Every event that I've seen you at, whether it's a Google event or at Goa Fest, the one thing that really sets you apart is the amount of notes you take. So what do you do with all those notes? Do you then go back and read them again, or what's your strategy?
I upload them to Google Drive.
Okay. LD, welcome to our Google podcast in this amazing beach at Goa. So nice having you here. For the audience, it'll be great if you can just introduce yourself. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you're doing here.
Hi everyone, I'm Lalatendu. I'm CEO Publicis Media, a lifelong learner, and glad to be here.
So what brings you to Goa?
Just to meet people, exciting people like you, yourself, get to know what's happening in the industry, and maybe exchange ideas.
Okay. So right now, what's your out of office message like? It'll be difficult to always tell your customers, that you're in Goa. So what have you written in your out of office message?
Actually, I haven't set one.
Okay. Okay, so let's now get you warmed up for the podcast. A series of kind of rapid fire questions. What's your favorite Google product and why?
It's Gemini. It makes my life a lot easier.
Awesome. Goa or hill station?
Hill station.
Hello, you're in Goa.
It's really hot here.
Okay.
Sorry.
A campaign with 10 YouTube creators or one big Bollywood celebrity? And you know the right answer for this one.
Right answer is 100 micro creators.
Okay. Do you have an example of, some work that you have done with micro creators and, talk about something like that?
Yeah, so we are working with a food FMCG player, FMCG food. I think the key here is what we realize is creators are a very expensive way to gain reach. Rather, the factor that we are really looking for creators is the trust. And trust comes in a bonded community that micro creators are driving a lot more. So I think the key there was selecting the right creators, and that's really working well.
And when you choose creators, do you also then have the opportunity to choose the best performing assets and also put some inorganic spending behind that?
Yes, we do, and all the creator partnerships we maintain. We keep the rights to promote.
Okay.
And there is a framework that we have on which kind of creator-led content should be boosted using media.
Okay.
And we find that shortlist and boost them.
Okay, great. I think you're warmed up enough. Let's go a little deeper now.
Sure.
So what's the most exciting thing happening in your life at Publicis right now?
Life and Publicis, I would say life first. Let me not mix work and life. Sure. I just came from a vacation, loved it, Greece, fantastic. Exciting in Publicis is a lot more.
Okay.
We are seeing a lot of convergence in tech, data, creativity in Publicis. The most recent being the acquisition of LiveRamp, and we all are really excited about it.
So what's the plan in India for that?
There is an embargo right now. I can't tell you, but I'll tell you the data story is really getting stronger.
And and I've worked with Publicis for many years now, even when I was doing the YouTube role, and now I've always, in my mind, slotted you as a complete agency partner. Right? So how do you use that to your strength? And, are there things that you feel you can do even more of or even better?
First of all, thank you. I take that as a compliment.
It is.
I interpret the complete agency partner is someone who understands client's problem better and kind of brings the solution if I take the liberty.
Yes.
I think I at least aspire to do that. And where Google is really helping us is not just telling what tools we have today, rather, how do we solve problems by applying the Google stack? I think that's something I value in the partnership.
Great. And the so-called latest tool that we have is AI, Gemini. You mentioned it, that you use it yourself. But are there any interesting use cases within Publicis where you have used Gemini, AI that you would like to tell us about? So
Gemini I use in two fronts, right? One for my personal productivity, which was the answer to your first question, what I like the most. I found Gemini is the most thoughtful of the AI bots right now because it can answer complex questions in a reasonable, detailed manner. Okay. I love that. I use Gemini before any important client meeting. Not this one, you didn't give me the questions, but
didn't want to.
But any important client meetings, I use Gemini to get myself prepared. When it comes to publicists in the advertising ecosystem, we do have our own models in Marcel, but as you know, we are partnering with Gemini in terms of creative adaptations and all that stuff, and even media optimization. So.
Okay, that's exciting. This morning I was I gave a session or a speech on the agentic era that we are in. Just 2 years ago, we were, talking about generative AI, but now we are talking about agentic AI. What are your thoughts about, agentic? Have you started to think about it and use it? Would love to know a little bit more.
No, absolutely. I believe that agentic approach enables organizations to scale use cases. The generative was probably limiting in that sense, where it was kind of more of a toy. But now with agentic solutions, we can get enterprise-grade solutions. One thing that we realize as approach we are taking is to think about domains end-to-end and use cases first, rather than technology first. So what we have done is an extensive exercise where we have identified few business processes of our agency network. Okay. And designed what agentic fix would mean for them. And currently, as we speak, we are kind of implementing those.
Okay, awesome. And, given that we're talking about these eras now, you probably started working in the broadcast era and now you're in the agentic era. Where do you think marketing is heading? What is the future of marketing? Can you, at this point of time, in this amazing Goa beach setting, predict or talk a little bit about the future?
Yeah, I would lie if I say I know what the future is, but one thing is there. Marketing is always exciting as it keeps changing, right? From broadcast to internet to mobile, now AI, I'm sure there will be something else going down the line. I think where it is heading, if I use a crystal ball gazing, I think there will be a lot more convergence, right? Convergence of technology, creativity, data all coming together. And brands who have a stronger handle on their proprietary data are going to get inordinate amount of head start vis-a-vis competitors as who are relying on commercially available, shared data. So I think that's what our current belief is, and we'll be happy to stay corrected.
Awesome. Since you talked about the crystal ball, we have our own crystal ball here, okay. Right? You can gaze a little bit into it, but it has a few numbers that hold the key to the next question.
Okay.
We'd love for you to unlock it. So if you can, without looking, put your hand in. Let me just shake this a bit. Pick out a card, and then we can ask you the right question. What's the number that you have?
I got number 5.
Number 5. Well done. Your question is the CMO of 2030 more creative or more technical? Answer in 5 words, since you got number 5. So I'm going to repeat the question again. Is the CMO of 2030 more creative or more technical in 5 words? You can take a minute if you want, or 30 seconds to think about it. 5 words only.
Creative and technical and business savvy.
Business savvy. So there are 6 words. So, not my favorite partner anymore. Congratulations on having done that.
Thank you.
But any parting advice to the young CMO who's come to Goa Fest for the first time, perhaps?
Yeah, I think one thing I would say is just that this is a fantastic venue to exchange ideas. So all I would say is suspend your judgment, right? We all come with different experiences to this. My advice would be just suspend your judgment, soak in, and then go back and reflect what works for you.
Thank you. You are an amazing interviewee. You've made me sweat, as you can see. Right? Well done, and hope to see you soon again. Thank you.
Thank you. Always great meeting you. Thanks.